pero son mis hijos outdoor. Acuérdate que ni hizo el sonido que te ha gustado. Pídeme permiso when you copy my style. Just a bridge, I done burnt them all with a freestyle. Black on both sides de Colombia, oye peep style. Como yo lo hago, ain't nobody finna do it now. Up to uptown, all the way down through the south. No ain't not yet, que pueda conmigo. Yo es mi testigo, I'm the one that shut it down. Just a light from a vision that I had in the dark. Tunnel vision on the bigger picture. Fuck the charts. Wanna play the game, but don't never play their part.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes.
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in Uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Carolina Panthers. With a chance to head to Arizona in 2 weeks' time for Super Bowl 57, we are underway now in the NFC Championship. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. So the drive's going to start with Pollard, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Prescott. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Prescott off play action. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. In motion left goes a tight end. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan today, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal from the right hash, and this one just a chipping. The kick by Maher is good. Not the touchdown they wanted, but hey, you're on the road in the playoffs. They did get 3 on the board.
Yeah, it's a good opening drive, so you feel good about it yourself. You get to the sidelines. The defense feels good about you helping them right out of the gate. The team, yeah, they feel pretty good about coming in the playoffs and getting points on the board right away.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 and 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Hill. Oh, hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
I have a few questions about that throw because to me there just wasn't a lot there. I thought he tried to do a little bit too much, almost tried to will a receiver open when there was no chance he was going to be. Nice job by the linebacker being all over that one and knocking it away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. That's complete to John Ross. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid there.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the 1st down there, help them relax a little bit.
Just beating the play clock is Hill. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And again, it's Hill. Checks this down to Hubbard. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw is Hill. This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. And some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Cowboys. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot at a big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They'll need to come from behind if they want to play in 2 weeks as they trail early in this NFC Championship game. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Hill looks to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 11. Here's Hill. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Hill. And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They go back to Pollard on second down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 92 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here in this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run left with Pollard. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott backs it forward. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Two minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. They go back to Pollard on second down. And a broken tackle could not free him. Taken down right at the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage. And we're still in the second quarter.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8.
I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? Run of the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. A final shot before break. Hill going deep downfield for Ross. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Here's Hill now on second down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Hill. That's going to be brought in by Higgins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the option left, here's Hill. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now it's Hill. And his throw is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punt's coming in, I don't have a return punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are, about whether you should fair catch it.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
122 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Dak swinging this out quickly to Lamb.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Pollard again. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run straight ahead here with Pollard, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Inside give to Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now a give here to Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. This a 31-yard attempt. Maher able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Quick throw knocked away and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Well, after incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, it certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Desperation time on 4th for Hill. That's complete out right to the tight end, Tremble. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Hill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A gain there of 21 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. From the gun, here's Hill. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hill. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. On play action. Prescott. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys will take over here just shy of the 30. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. They give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. He takes this for 3 to the 29. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Now Pollard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run. But how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you've got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
And he is out of bounds here. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hill. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Hill to throw on 3rd and 1. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Well, Prescott here to throw. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hill. And his throw here is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Hill. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They snap it on 4th to Hill. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Hill's throw here into the hands of Moore. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Hill on third down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So here we go on fourth. Hill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Throwing here, Prescott.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
He's got daylight. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So now out is the Panther offense as he'll come in and go for the two-point try. Here's Hill now after the interception. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up.
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb. 40 And the Cowboys are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for two is snuffed out. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he is out of bounds here on the return. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end.
It's another one.